everyone, I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. We are going to be doing another episode of the binder organizing series today. It is mainly because I have a lot of catching up to do, and when I mean a lot of catching up to do, comparatively a lot more than what I've done previously. It has been, I would say, almost 6 months now since I did my last storing photo cards video, and I haven't really set up my binder for any of the cards I have gotten since then. I desperately need to get this done as quickly as possible. I've also been starting to collect things that I didn't think I would normally collect, so I need to include that in this episode as well, because I did not think of where they would be in my binder when I initially collected them, because impulse decisions. So before we get started, if you do like this type of content, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I usually make unboxing videos, collective hauls, binder organizing videos like these, updates to my photo card collection, things like that. I also have other series like a deep dive series, so if you're interested in any of that type of content, make sure to subscribe so you stay tuned and don't miss out when I upload a new video. We're gonna start off with red velvet because I've been lacking in the setting up for red velvet for a while now. So here we have the girl group binder. I also need to set up for Weki Meki, specifically for yoojung. So I'm going to start off with red velvet though first, because we do have a lot more that we need to do for that. Also, I will have timestamps in the description of the video, so that way you can go to whichever part you need to if there's like a specific group you want to see me set up for. First setup we're going to do is actually all the way in the back, because we need to set up for Seulgi solo. I actually have the entire photo card set complete because I was able to get all the trades done pretty quickly. I would say in less than a month. So I'm just gonna do these 2 pages for now and just have the photo cards in 2 pages of 6, since there are 12 cards in total, which is a lot more than what they did for other solos. So I have some paper fillers here. I'm probably gonna get some more as we continue, but unlike other videos, I don't want to make a filler for every single spot that I'm going to have a card in, just to save some time and also some sticky notes, because I don't really need to have like a filler for every single spot. If I just like have the setup in a way that makes it easy for me to understand, it'll be good enough for me. But all these paper fillers are different sizes because I cut these papers myself with just regular printer paper. I don't have white sleeves personally because I don't really use them for trading or anything like that. I don't really need like that many to the point where I have to like buy a whole pack. So I have a brand new pack of post-it notes that we can use for the fillers. I also have my trusty iPad here with me, so I can just double check my templates and see what I am missing. So what I'm going to do is I have my cards here, and I'm just going to put one on the corner for each version, and then I'll just know that for this area is for this version and this area is for that one. Try to make it simple enough for me. Just going to keep it simple like this if I ever have any versions like this, mainly for like soloists and things like that. If it's like multiple cards per version, just to make it simple for me and I don't have to like overdo it with the fillers. So next we are going to go back to Irene's album cards. Right, so we left off with Feel My Rhythm. So I'm just going to move the Mumo cards up here, and we can start with Birthday here. So for Birthday, I joined group orders with Chaebom, who, if you don't know, is a pretty popular unboxing YouTuber here, and they are known for collecting Red Velvet and Stacy and other groups like that. I joined for all the versions, and then I think I also joined for, I think they had like a keychain ring thing of like the bunny ears they wore. I joined a group order of that as well. I'm going to be getting all the versions, which should be the both photo books, Irene's cake version, Irene's digipack, Irene's S mini, and I think for the digipack I also got it through Mumo, I think it was group order was. So I should be getting a Mumo pre-order benefit for that. That is going to be the only pre-order benefit I get. I was only trying to find a digipack and I just joined for that one because that was the one he had available when I joined. Also, I kept the Mumo cards in the sleeve. I didn't want to like take it out. I don't know, I guess it's just the sticker in the back, and I mentioned it before when I stored these away. I just didn't want to rip off the seal. I don't know. It's just a personal thing. I'm going to add a page here in the front. For this back page, I'm going to keep the Feel My Rhythm Mumo cards up here, and I'm going to put the Digipack Mumo card here as well. I do also have quite a few non-album cards I can include here as well, which are the 8th anniversary cards, and then after that I can put the random lucky card set that I purchased as well, just so I can keep it like that. And then for here we'll just put the 6 cards that are the album inclusions for birthday. We are done with just setting up for birthday. Again, very simple. The photo book has one photo card, and then since there's 2 versions, there's different Polaroids as well. And I'm just gonna leave some fillers down here on the bottom. And the next page will just be any non-album cards that I have. I think we are done for Red Velvet. So next we're gonna go to Weki Meki so that we can include Yoojung's cards here. I'm gonna include them before the season's greetings and after I Am Me era. I have 3 pages here, so I'm going to have 1 page for each version of the album since there are 6 cards in total, and then the 3rd page will be the platform album cards specifically. I'm gonna do the same setup as I did with Seulgi, but instead I'll just put the filler here in the middle. Setup is done for Sunflowers, so we have both versions here, Lovely and Swag. And then for the platforms, it is 4 cards in total, 2 PVC, 2 regular photo cards. So I'll just put the Lovely platform and the Swag platform here. We are officially done with this binder now. I probably spent a bit extra time here, but next let's move to the next binder. Here we have the second half of my blue binder, my old blue binder, which used to be my Donghan binder. Here we are mainly going to be focusing on Killer. This is how backed up I am. I didn't even put fillers for this, and it's been since September. So I got 2 pages. We have a total of 13 cards. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have the first page be all of the, I guess, regular album versions, which would be the zine or the photo book, the CRT, and the game pack. So they're 3 each. And then here for now, I'll just put the S-Mini and QR cards here, and then we can use it to continue on with another album after that. Here, for now, I'll just put the S-Mini and QR cards here, and then we can use it to continue on with another album after that. Very simple. We have all versions accounted for Killer, and we are done with Key. I don't know if we're gonna have a Taemin album later this year, since he is coming back from the military in April, but I think they're gonna focus on Super M first. So I'm not sure if we're gonna have a Taemin comeback this year. Probably will. And we're probably gonna have a Shiny comeback as well. So that'll be another album I have to take into account. Here we have the next binder, which is the first of the 3-inch binders. I think this is the only one we're going to work on today. I don't think I have anything else to focus on. I have to move this kind of weird with my tripod in order to get this to fit in frame. Oh, by the way, I'm getting these 2 cards in the mail very soon, so I'm very excited to complete just green-haired WOW. That's gonna be awesome. And I do have his sub-K shop card as well, but we are not working on WOW's collection today. And we are also not working on Wonu because we don't have anything for that. Alright, so this is part 2 to the binder organizing that I started, to be honest, a couple of weeks ago. When I was filming the first part, I was going to end off with adding my sangyeon collection to one of my binders. However, it was super late at night and I was like, it's gonna be too much for me at this moment. So I'm just going to save it for like the next day. And as we probably know from previous experience, if you've seen my other videos, I usually don't do it the next day and I remember a couple weeks later and do it. I'm going to now add sangyeon to my binder collection. It's now the middle of the day, so I'm not that tired. I have the home to myself for a little bit, so I figured take the time and just do this now, just to make sure I have as much as I can organized as possible. I do have some extra sangyeon cards and it's almost time for me to do another storing photo cards video, so I figured now was just the best time to do it. Side note, I'm also adding another collection, unfortunately, because I shouldn't be, but I'm just so tempted, so I decided to start a new collection. It hasn't arrived to me yet, obviously, because it's still like very early on in the collecting phase, but I'm at the point where I'm like already starting to get stuff. I don't really need to organize it at this moment. When I get the collection, you'll understand why. And also, I'm using one of my newer tripods. When I use that tripod, it's very hard to fit like full binders, especially my 3-inch ones, and put like the pages in and do it from my binder. So I'm going to save the binder for later and just do as much of the fillers. I'm setting up the pages without the binder and then just putting the pages in the binder after, if that makes sense, just to make it easier for me. So I have my template next to me and I am just going to start making the stuff for my sangyeon collection and then just put it in the binder. I just finished now with the pages for the sangyeon collection. I did have to get some extras, and I did have to get some extra post-it notes at the end. I had made a mistake and started doing each version. Like at the beginning, I was doing what I wanted to do initially, which is just put a filler and say how many cards I would need and just leave the space open. Then I started putting each version as well. So I just went back to saying like the album and how many cards. But starting with reveal era, they started doing more like multiple cards per version in like a bigger way. Like for example, also Chase, there's 5 cards each version, including lenticulars. So I just kept on going like that and leaving spaces. For most of these, I'm only missing like 1 card, so I wasn't gonna put that many fillers because I'm really only putting fillers when there's like supposed to be a space that a card is not going to be. So I just did that, and then as you see here, I put a filler just to make space so that for the platform albums, they all finish exactly right here. And then I believe if I remember correctly, I have 3 Make Star cards. 2 of them are the Halloween from 2022, and the other Make Star is a trade I actually did, which is a Be Aware Make Star card. I'm not specifically looking for POBs at all, except for the Halloween ones. So for the Make Star one that I got for Be Aware era, it was just a trade that I had some extra Donghang cards that the person that I was trading with wanted. So I was able to trade like 2 regular album cards of Donghang for the Make Star. So I just did that just to help him out, and I had extra cards that I needed to get rid of. So as I said, you can see like my little drawer and my table like opening up, and you can see it because that's how wide this 3-inch binder is. But I'm just going to put these cards away after Wonu specifically, and I did add pages. Seamless. So now we have expanded and are taking advantage of the fact that we made this a 3-inch binder now instead of a 1.5-inch, which is amazing. And a quick last thing we need to do, I am going to add just 1 page and do it here just because it's going to be super quick. I need to add another page here in front for undercover because I was able to get 3 undercover cards recently, which I did upload in a previous video for a collective haul. It's not going to be a huge priority, but I will be trying to finish WOW's undercover set. If I ever start going back to like doing the Japanese proxy service, like shopping on Mercari Japan, I might be able to find them. But I was just very lucky in finding a Instagram seller who had 3 different undercover cards. I'm just gonna leave it like that, like I was doing for sangyeon. For simplicity's sake, I'm already gonna have 3 of this filled out, which is amazing. And that marks the end for this video. Thank you all for watching and making it to the end. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I usually make videos like these, album unboxings, updates to my photo card collection such as photo card storing, collective hauls, things like that. I'm currently working on a 3rd episode of a deep dive. I have 2 other ones on Gugudan and Hanapia if you are interested in watching those. And make sure you stay subscribed so you stay tuned whenever I upload a new video. In my description, I have my usual links, such as links to resources and organizations, the background music I use, a future schedule of videos I will upload, and a song recommendation. My song recommendation for this video will be Yeeun from CLC's pre-release single Strange Way to Love. I am so happy that she's finally debuting in her new company as a solo artist. Her pre-release single came out as of the day I'm filming this today. She is going to be having her solo debut April 13th, which I am just so happy and so excited. If she does physical albums, you know I will be getting them and trying to collect everything because, as I have mentioned in my very first video, Yeeun is one of my old biases of all time. I love her so much. She is one of my favorite idols in general. She is the reason why I put C in my username, C for CLC. I just love her so much, and I'm so happy that she's able to still make music. And if you are a big CLC fan of Cheshire, her pre-release single is kind of like a love letter to Cheshire's, so I'm just
it was so meaningful. I loved it so much, and it's very different from her. She's doing like a more of a singing kind of song, which kind of surprised some people because they thought she was going to be rapping. But again, pre-release single, we don't know what the debut is going to sound like. I'm just still very, very excited. Lastly, if you're going outside, please take as many necessary precautions as you need to take in order to keep yourself and those around you safe and healthy. I wish you all the very, very best, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.